Many of our kids have technology, and we're very concerned about how they're using technology, the different ways that they use it, and perhaps the trouble that they can get into if they don't know what they're doing, or we're not watching them carefully. Well, our next guests have created an incredible app that can help you out with just that. We are joined by Kailin and Robert, who are the co-founders of Watchfuli, Inc. Welcome to the show, guys. Great to have you here.
Thanks for having us.
So, this is something, Kailin, I imagine, you know, most adults think about this. I'm not sure a lot of young people think about it. Where did the inspiration come from for this?
The inspiration, so Robert and I have been long-term friends, and our families are very close. And Robert has younger siblings, so that was part of the reason. But just mostly is I was watching a documentary one time, and they just highlighted the issues stemming from technology and all the incidents that could happen with children. And I just thought it was a huge risk, and it blew my mind that there was no technology out there right now with all the apps that could do such a function, right? So that's why we kind of came up with the functionality to take the photos, take the location, to really like make the gap between the parents and the children's technology a lot smaller.
For parents that aren't familiar with some of those risks, Robert, what are some of those risks?
So some of those risks that we found, and we did a bit of research, we got some statistics. A lot of younger children right now, they're actually exposed to explicit photos, whether they be taking them or whether they're exposed via the internet. So for instance, let's say two younger minors were exchanging explicit photos. Even if, let's say, one of them was in possession of that photo, that can actually be a criminal charge.
That's right.
And at the same time, you know, that can result in bullying, other certain factors revolving around school. So it's really those kind of threats that we have. And then at the same time, there's another little feature, the location. Let's say the child is at school. The parent will actually be notified if the child leaves school, if he's skipping or something.
Right.
So that's another feature that we have. So those are the two main features, and those are the two things that we're really trying to kind of, you know, bring out to the world. And there's nothing like this out there. We did a lot of research on that sort of aspect, and it's one of the first apps like that out there, and we're trying to get it launched maybe for August 2015.
Okay.
It's interesting because, you know, handheld technology is so widespread.
Absolutely.
You know, I was looking it up somewhere. You know, there's like the age has dropped down to from like 15 a couple of years ago when you first got your first cell phone to like 10 or even younger now, and we sort of skipped over the education part with our kids. And even when you do educate them, they're immature. They're not full adult, and they may not assess risk as well.
So for Robert and I, we actually had the luxury of growing up without cell phones. So they're not really a big thing when we were growing up. But now I see, like, even I work at a restaurant part-time, and I see that there's now kids with 6 or 7 years old, and they have iPhone 5s, iPhone 6s.
Yeah.
So they have access to all this, to the internet via mobile device at any point in time. So that's a huge liability, right? Especially when they're not fully educated, and that's just due to how quickly technology evolved.
So, Kailin, do you have to upload this application on your child's phone? Is that?
Yeah, so the way it works is there's actually two applications. There's a Watchfuli Lite, which is what's installed on the child's phone, and then Watchfuli, which is installed on the parent's phone.
Okay.
And just Watchfuli Lite acts as, so you can't sign in, you can't disable it through that. You need the passcode. And it basically just acts. It's on the child's phone, and it's pulling the information, and it's routing it to the parent's phone directly.
Right. Well, it is something that we need because, you know, your kids can get into, as happened to my son when he was 13, into some pretty adult conversations that he wasn't ready for. And I saw that he wasn't ready for it. I felt bad because as a parent I'd given him a phone when he was 12, when he started high school. So we took it away from him, and he was actually okay with that. Because he was like, I'm not ready for this. But
they're more understanding than we think.
But the barn door is open, right? Like he's already had the conversation. I can no longer protect him from it. I can't take it back.
Absolutely.
So this is really interesting. It's real time, is it?
Yeah, so it's done in real time, and as a parent you could update a request at any point. And we're also working on having it via our website, watchfuliapp.com, to also be able to access it. So if you don't, if you're at work and you want to check via your computer screen, you can do that fairly quickly by just putting in your.
So the photos and location, they go onto a server, and they're accessible through the app and through the website. So it makes it accessible for the parents wherever they are.
Right.
So what if my child, I mean, children oftentimes know more about technology than we do ourselves. Can they delete the app, disable the app?
They can delete the app, But at that point in time, a notification is sent to the parent that the child actually deleted the app.
Okay, so then at that point you can say, you know what, you deleted the app, thank you,
Yeah.
no more
Exactly.
phone
I'm
for
deleting
you.
your
I'm
phone.
paying for it,
Yes.
so now I am deleting
Exactly.
your phone. So how do you find time to do this? And you're still both university students,
Yeah, we're
right?
both graduating in April.
Okay,
and,
wonderful.
Thank
so
you.
we've been working on this project for just over a year now, and we really, so we work more than 20 hours a week additional to school in this, so we really try and just piece it together, and any spare time we have, we just dedicate fully to this. So.
Well, I'm sure you're going to be a great success.
Yeah.
Well,
Thank you very much for having us.
And the website again is?
www.watchfuliapp.com. Visit us, and on that page there's an email link. You could contact us through inquiries@watchfuliapp.com.
And they have full video too, explaining how the app works as well. Guys, thank you so much
Thank
for
you for
joining
having
us.
us.
Really
Thank you very much.
appreciate
It's
it.
a
Hey,
pleasure.
that's something
That's really
a
good.
lot of parents are going to
Yep.
use, I'll tell you. Thanks so much for joining us. Julie, thank you for watching. We'll see you tomorrow.